Yo, welcome to Star Enlightenment channel. We will back in this thing. Today's gonna be a very quick and short video about sexuality. We're gonna talk about the transmutation of sexuality and what sexuality is. So everybody has their own individual sexuality that is expressed in multiple different ways. Sexuality is birthed and born and ignited from the root chakra or the lower sexual centers. Um, and this can be transmuted throughout the body for higher purposes, more physical energy, health, and strength, but also more internal energy, chi, and strength too as well, mentally as well, because that deals with the internal as well, of course. But so understanding sexuality, everybody's sexuality is different. Now, I used to love to utilize the sexuality in this terms of different elements, because I would say earth, air, fire, wind. No, what is it? Earth, air, fire, water. A person that has a sexuality that's more so catered to the earth element will be a person that likes to do a lot of physical things with their sexuality. They may either use a lot of, I'm not gonna get explicit, but they may either use a lot of toys and tools. You see what I'm saying? And stuff like that, and certain kinks that they may have that they physically do, a lot of touch and whatnot. A person who has sexuality and the air element may be a lot of communication, a lot of thinking, but also a lot of relating and relatability, because thinking and it deals with communication. You see what I'm saying? A lot of communication, a lot of relating and relativity with another person, and dirty talking, and stuff like that. A person with a sexuality and a fire element will be a person who is very expressive, very feisty, likes things rough, very passionately. They like to connect too, but it's very passionately. They like rough. Sometimes they may even like pain, depending on the different frequency that they own. And then lastly, the water. A person with sexuality and a water element is a lot of. They may like slow sex. They may like feeling the motion of the ocean more so. The deeper connection, the intimacy of it, the ability to. Oh, I think I'm still back. The ability to what's that word? To connect and relate with another person on a deeper, more intimate level. They're looking for intimacy, and they may like to take it slow because they're trying to feel the vibe. They like things that they like actual emotional connection. So the beforehand, before even sex even starts, before they even get in the bedroom, is most important to them. How well can they connect with this person? Do they see themselves being able to connect with this person? So the quote unquote intercourse of sex can be much more hotter, if you want to know what I mean. They like deal with stuff that deal more so with the vibrations and how they feel. So they like setting the mood just right and all that stuff like that. Everything that makes you feel a certain type of way, dealing with your emotions and feelings internally, how you feel and your state of being. So that's that right now. Understanding transmutations. Sexual. What is sexual? Because it's gonna be short, so that's gonna speeding through it. So what is sexual transmutation? Sexual transmutation is when you have energy that's your sexual. You know what I'm saying? Your sexual energy and root chakra when you want to transmute that throughout the body, aka physically and internally circulate that energy throughout the body. And there's many other ways to do that. Externally, certain physical exercises and physical things that you can do, and physical techniques that help circulate not only energy but also blood, which is a form of chi energy as well, throughout the body physically, like working out, stretching, massages, yoga, stuff like that. Exercise, getting the blood pumping. You know what I'm saying? Yoga, stretching, all that stuff like that. Deep breathing, that's physical too. Stuff that internally um, transmutes that energy is going within your internal realm, aka your internal chakra. So doing things that stimulate, aka your like stuff that's more away from the root chakra, like the heart chakra, aka diving into your emotions and feelings and your state of being and how you feel. Going within, that's your yin realm. Going and moving in that realm, aka that's your state of being. Utilizing that, going within the dark. That's adding some sense of enlightenment. Also going to what's another internal chakra would be, let's say, the highest chakras that deal with meditation and intuition and clairvoyance. So spending time to meditate, that'll give you more ways, that'll transmute your energy and give you better ways to go about it. Also utilizing your imagination. Imagination was a really, really big one. The more you broaden your imagination, you're expanding your conscious awareness, your internal light, you're giving yourself more internal light, and you're spending more time in that higher chakra. So you're transmuting energy, out of more so from the genitals and more so into the higher chakras. Now there is a way how you can internally go within the still go within the lower root chakra, but internally, and it can still help expedite your process of transmutation. And that would be one is having some type of root chakra meditation, that'll help you have clairvoyance and transmute that energy because it'll help you put it in a better path and find better ways to go about it, as well as learn more about it and be more awareness of your own sexual organ and in that area is in general. Another one would be expanding on your sexual imagination. A lot of times when you expand on your sexual imagination, that's like a you're expanding the awareness of something. So whenever you spend more time internally within the chakra, aka in this case we will talk about imagination dealing with the root chakra. We know the root chakra deals with sex. So whenever you spend more time in your imaginations of sex, then you actually expand the root chakra. You have more awareness of your sexual energy. You'll start to not only have more awareness of your sexual energy. It's possible that you might be in a situation where you may have more control of it because you're internally satisfying that area, internally fulfilling that area. So you may just maybe find more situations in your life where you feel less of the need to externally do something sexually and go out and reach these things and fulfill them externally because you're already internally fulfilling these things by broadening your sexual imagination and broadening your internal sexual awareness. And by broadening your sexual imagination, you're spending more time in your sexual imagination, aka that root chakra. And so you're actually fulfilling that area, fulfilling that chakra, and fulfilling your internal sex life to the point where you'll still have urges and you'll still want to do stuff in real life, but you'll have less of a likelihood of wanting to do them as much and less of an impulse or urge or a feeling of needing a needency to do those things. You see what I'm saying? And that's important to understand. So basically, that's the basic way you externally can transmute your sexual energy, and you internally can transmute your sexual energy. Now, the one thing to understand about transmutation is it's not just focused on the root chakra. Even though all these things are transmuting, they still deal with all the chakras. You see, so your overall, aka let's say externally, right? Your overall flow of your blood flow, your circulation, that's a form of chi, is gonna affect all your organs. So the more healthy you are, the more you take care of yourself. You do more stuff that circulate your energy in general, like exercise, stretching, whether that's yoga, whether you are getting a massage to release tension and have energy flow, blood flow the right way it's supposed to, and not be locked and trapped. That's how you create other issues too. The more you can do exercise, the more you can stretch and get that energy flowing throughout the body, the more likely your energy and chi system externally will already be flowing and already low key transmitting energy, getting it stuck up out of the genitals. A lot of times we got a lot of blood flow physically stuck inside the genitals. It'll manifest as you having intense urges and or either can only think about sex. That means you need to get that energy flowing. Now internally is the same thing. The more you go within and have more internal imaginations, dealing with your higher chakras is internal imaginations. That's like astral projecting, aka projecting the image or vision and then jumping into that and having movement into that, doing things in that imagination. That's like what astral travel is. So when you're in your third eye, your crown chakras, when you focus on those higher imaginations, that's how you send more energy to the higher chakras. You spend more time in there, so you send and circulate energy more so into there internally. And then when if you're in your heart chakra, you spend more time with your emotions and feelings. That's the yin realm. All this is the yin realm. It's internally, but I'm just saying the heart chakra deal with the state of being and emotionally how you feel. And that the moon is a macabre, but that's where your heart chakra is around that area. So that's the more you also be in a situation where you can go within that realm. You can either meditate on it. You see what I'm saying? Um, and move in that yin realm, utilize more your state of being because you're literally moving in that realm by feeling different. Whenever you feel, you're in that realm because that's the realm of emotions and feelings. So you can feel yourself moving up, you feel yourself moving down, going to the left, going to the right. This is how you move in the yin realm, the internal realm. Shout out to the subconscious community. And by whenever you delve into your emotions and feelings, you automatically in a certain state of being. You can train yourself to just be in a different state of being. You might feel in a state of being you want to be in a high place that make you feel a certain type of way. You just feel that, and now you're internally in the yin realm internally. Close your eyes, and you can move around in that realm. That's stimulating the heart chakra. Anytime you have emotional feeling, I don't care if it's something external that make you feel a certain type of way, you automatically are stimulating the heart chakra. And then lastly, the root chakra. You can even circulate your energy through the root chakra by going within and expanding on your sexual imagination, because that you're giving yourself more awareness of that sexual chakra and that sexual center, which is going to in turn not only give you more knowledge and better ways to go about your sexual energy, but it'll also give you more awareness and consciousness, and you're fulfilling and satisfying that your sexual energies, so you'll feel less likely to feel like you need to go out and do something about these things externally. And then one that I missed with the highest chakra that I said, with the highest chakra, I talked about broadening imagination. The other one I was supposed to tell you again was meditation. When you spend time meditating, and you're clearing all thoughts and feelings, and you're in a state of clairvoyance, you're gonna come up also with better ways of how to go about things that puts you in a better space that best suits you. So you're gonna have better ways to go about all your circumstances, and that sexuality is a part of you too. So that would be one of them too, and you gain more clarity and also transmute energy because you're in the higher chakra, you're in the higher space at that moment too. So with that being said, that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's different types of transmutation that you can do from external. That you either transmute energy externally, that's with your physical bodies and your physical energies, or you're either transmuting energy from internally, sexually. dealing with your internal chakras and stuff. Now, all these are correlated. That's why if you strengthen your health a lot, you got a lot of blood flow and chi, you're giving all your internal energies and chakras more energy. Vice versa. The more you go within and you boost these things up, it's going to even strengthen your physical. So they're all intercorrelated. This is why, and you look at Kundalini posts, they like going like this, like it's two snakes, because it's a yin and yang. You got to balance the yin and yang because both of these things are connected. The internal was first. Your chakra system got built first, and your body got birth and manifest out of that. So you as a soul and how you was resonating those chakras that you created for yourself, that's what bending in and created your body. So if you came in with a real, especially if you in this space, the chakras that correlate with this space, if you floating in as a spirit and soul, because it's a soul and spirit, you're nothing. You're really no thing, right? That don't mean nothing is the way like a negative, like, oh, you're nothing, you're a piece of shit. No, I'm saying you're literally no thing. So you take all kind of different shapes and forms. So because you're not just any one thing. That's why it's important not to get attached to any physical shape or form. But that's in the video, right? So when you float in this space, depending on how high your root chakra vibrating, is going to depend on how well of a sexual organ you built for yourself, whether you're a male or woman. Are you going to build a sexual organ for yourself that it works really well, doesn't have any type of issues with it, is of optimal level? Whether that's a male and I'm not trying to get specific, but that's a male, you got a long lingam. Are you a male and your parts are very healthy? You come in with a very healthy sexual organ that don't wear and tear easily, that is healthy and works to 100% to optimal levels. Or are you a person with a weakened root chakra when you come into this with your solar field? When you came into this realm, your chakras might have not been spinning as well. Your root chakra particularly might have been smaller, so you might be in a situation, right? This other person, you might be in a situation where you come into a body and your root chakra is, you may have some type of deformity sexually. You may be, even if it's not a deformity, you may be in a situation, if your root chakra is spinning low, you might not be as well internally aware of your sexual energies. AKA you might lack certain control and discipline with your sexual energies. Anybody can take advantage of you because you don't have that much control or awareness of your sexual energies. It might be a situation where you physically are not as endowed, or physically doesn't have the sexual health. Your sexual organ doesn't have the actual health that it needs. You see what I'm saying? And it can play in all different ways. But with that being said, the same thing with the heart chakra. Your heart chakra may be misaligned and not spinning well. So your actual heart itself may be deficient. You may have heart problems. You might have lung problems, because I deal with that area too. You might have a throat chakra issue where that chakra center may be off. So you have stuttering. You come in this world stuttering. You have speech impediments. You can't clearly think right or put your words in line. Because even though thinking more so deal with the third eye chakra right below it, in between the throat and the third eye, it don't matter. They still correlated. Same way with the heart, it's still correlated with the throat. But I can talk about that in another video. Don't worry about that. Go search the other videos. That's another video. And then the crown, if that comes in, you see what I'm saying? And the third eye is messed up. And that's going to deal with brain issues. You may think crazy. You may not have a structured mindset, or you may not be creative enough. You may lack certain things when it deals with the right and left brain, because he's dealing with the higher chakra. You see what I'm saying? So, whatever chakra is baffled that when you came here, before you even was born and had a physical body, that's what manifested your physical body in the first place. So if you're a person that you got the lucky charms, you got the seven gems of Sonic, aka all your chakras are lit and spinning well, then you're gonna come into a body where you may be in supreme physical health. Everybody don't usually come with all of them, but it happens. You might come into a body where all your chakras are aligned and all your chakras are lit and spinning well and got a lot of energy in them. So you might have a very strong body. You may have a very strong mind. You think you don't have no mental deficiencies. You don't have no heart deficiencies, no sexual deficiencies. You will endow and you can manifest a lot of sex in your life. And you are aware of yourself internally from a sexual point of view. Because it's internal, external. External will be have great sexual health. You're very well endowed, and can attract a lot of sexual in your life. Internal would be you're very consciously aware of yourself sexually, and you know what you like sexually, so you won't be easily misled by others, and you're aware of yourself sexually too. So nobody can tell you who or what you are. You're aware of who you are sexually at a younger age. And then also internally, really low key does kind of deal with how you manifest too. So you'll also be in a situation where internally you can manifest more sexuality in your life, more sexual opportunity, more sexual circumstances in your life, as opposed to a person who doesn't have a lot of sexual energy in their root chakra. But other than that, that's pretty much how that junk goes. You know what I'm saying? And you might be just lit if you come in with all your chakras spinning well, all your chakras lit. The body you create for yourself when you get born, you might be very healthy, very strong, baby. You don't have that many deficiencies. Things may come a little bit easier to you. Because from an internal point of view, your chakras are lit, so you already can manifest more. You probably come into a good family or whatnot. Y'all got money. You're not really tripping. You got decent family that care about you. Now, your own internal stuff that you brought with you from a past life, that's on you. But when it comes to your living circumstances and conditions, maybe a lot much more better than another person's due to your chakras being lit and you coming in strong with a lot of the chi and all that stuff like that. Understand that, understand that. But with that being said, I hope y'all get the gist of what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, y'all got any questions, hit me up in the comment section of the chat. I had to speed through this video. Didn't mean to go over even 15 minutes, but I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Much love to y'all.